That comic podcast.
Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to That Comic Podcast. I'm your host, Minty, and with me, as always, are my wonderful sidekicks. First, Mr. Moshko.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, hi! That's what happens when you change your intro. And then there's features.
Hello, Internet.
See, it's been buttery for like a decade. That's what happens. It's time tested. And then there's Buzz.
Cutting them cords.
I love it. I love it. Well, okay, so hopefully you have seen our Toxic Avenger review, and that's why all of us are together today. But then all out of nowhere, Moshko pops in like, hey, we're talking about news. So here we are, right after our review, and I will say once again, for all those who didn't watch it, go see that movie.
Yes.
Please go see that movie. It's worth your time, and I'm not saying any more than that because Moshko hasn't seen it, but Moshko, go see that movie.
I will see it.
You please do.
I've
Yeah.
seen the originals. It's been a while.
I don't think you
That's
need to
about
worry
it.
about it.
Yep, you won't be disappointed.
Just go enjoy it. Just it doesn't need, you don't need to prep for this one.
No homework.
No homework at all. None whatsoever. Just go enjoy. Smile, my friends. You will have no choice.
That right there is a stellar review.
Hey, that's
gonna
all I
smile.
do. That's what I do around here.
You're
All
gonna
right.
smile.
So why are we still recording, Moshko?
Well, a bunch of things kind of happen. We want to stay as relevant as possible and discuss some of these newer rumors / news, things that have happened over the weekend. D23 happened, which is pretty huge. Although this year, not a lot came out unless you're into going to Disney World and Disneyland.
Or just a Disney fan, like a lot of Pixar stuff. But
Yeah.
anybody purchased afterwards, they didn't get anything special.
There were a couple notable things that did come out of it from a Marvel standpoint. Also, there were some Starfighter news that kind of dropped right beforehand, which maybe we'll discuss that a little bit. And then the big thing coming out of DC right now, we're getting a lot of behind the scenes shots from Clayface, which I didn't anticipate for me to be as excited as I am for this after seeing some of these shots.
I think it's because of the continuation.
Yeah.
So you saw Superman, we saw Family Friendly, we saw Good Time, and we saw Peacemaker and a lot of peens, and we know we're getting completely different directions with some of that stuff. And now God only knows what Clayface is going to be.
That's
Pure
true.
horror.
Yeah, right. I'm excited for it
horror
just
movie, yeah.
because he has yet to disappoint, we'll say, when he comes to, I'm going to do things different. And sure enough, he is doing that.
We've got the script from the guy that's popular in horror right now, and I mean it's a monster movie. You know what I mean? So they're probably going to go all in, all dark.
Well, didn't he also say like this was not on their plans whatsoever? Just somebody pitched the idea and he was like, well, how do we say no to that?
Yeah, I think it's Mike Flanagan wrote a script and just sent it to him, and he's like, Gunn has always been like, we don't really, you can't do anything without like a really good script first. And so I guess it was that good. And Flanagan's been knocking him out of the park with like Midnight Mass, and he's doing like the new Carrie for Stephen King right now. So he's hot right now. And if it's a horror movie, that's the guy for it.
And we know that's true because he also said that there was the last movie they just canceled that was in pre-production because they couldn't get a good working script out of it. And apparently they had a good director and a really good screenwriter, but he goes, look, we can't make this movie. And they just like, sorry, and they were done, which is good. I think that needs to happen. I don't think we should stay in a world where we're constantly tooling scripts.
Yeah. It's got to be written beginning, middle, end, and be solid as a project that you can visualize before you go spend all the money making it. There's a lot of urgency to like put these characters out, build these universes, but it's pointless if there's not a real good reason for the story to be written.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. All right, Moshko. So what's happening on the set of Clayface?
I was going to say, since our hands are already in the clay, we might as well start there.
Bow, bow. There we go.
So this week,
Look at him, look at us.
this week, a lot of footage and things like that were coming out. There's this guy on Twitter, right, or X right now. The account is Eggboy03.
Yeah, well, that's a name, man.
Man, but the stuff that and I'll show a couple pictures in the meantime. But
Those
they're
are
over
exciting.
in Liverpool right now,
Liverpool.
which happens to be the same place that they shot some of the Batman. And there are also photos directly from like the courthouse that they used, alleyways. Some of the early photos they were showing setting up like the streets, putting up graffiti and posters. And I guess Jitters Coffee is a huge brand in Gotham right now because they were putting up that everywhere. There's
Well, they said Jitters in Superman too, didn't they? And Jitters was big in the Flash.
You know what?
very good call.
Great call.
Good.
I
call.
know my stuff.
You know, you know your coffee.
That's
You know
true,
you-
I do. That's
The
true. I
comic
do.
coffee.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
there
almost
was
had a third. You guys would have exploded.
that would have been bad news right there. Let me pull up, show you this. So this is the area that we're talking about.
Okay.
I
Now,
mean,
this
that,
is Elseworlds, right? Do we know, or is this like a Batman lived in Gotham?
I almost want to say, you know what? They haven't really said that I've read anywhere, but all of this is shaping up to be very much.
Is
I
it
mean,
in
close-
continuity?
That's what I'm. I don't want to say yes, but I mean, it looks like
In continuity?
Yeah.
I'm willing to put money on it being Elseworlds.
Oh wait, you know what?
That wouldn't bother me if it was. And you know what though? If it is in continuity, that would be great. But now my biggest thing was like, and what's the time? Which this happens? Is it before Penguin? Right between?
Right.
This is a
After-
good lesson for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't make a bet with money before you Google something.
Hey,
We
man.
probably
Would
just,
you
I'm gonna pull back for just a second, maybe do a quick Google, then I'll make that bet. Because I honestly don't know what I just agreed to.
But aside from that, though, I think this is if it's in continuity, this is also a very interesting way to build up the Batman kind of universe, if you will. Because we've seen like the first movie, then we got the Penguin, which was phenomenal. Now we're getting another villain. This is, I think, a very different and unique strategy in how we're going about seeing a.
Sony's pissed. They tried this so long with Spider-Man and couldn't pull it off. They're like, we gave you Craven, we gave you Morbius.
Hey, we're trash.
and
So
we're over here going, dude, the Penguin was so good. I can't wait for Clayface.
So to my understanding, it's the same paper that's in the Batman, but you could see like here, Downtown Club Rated. That's probably the ice
okay.
place.
Yep.
State to Review Arkham Security, because there was a big
this is in
breakout.
continuity with the Batman? That was
Yeah.
wild.
Now,
Yeah. It's the
If-
same cop cars.
now, do you see this
Yeah.
right here? That there's a better picture of it somewhere where some of this reads like that is Matt Hagen, apparently, who is
Somebody-
Clayface.
Interesting.
I believe that was the case. But I mean, it could also be Two-Face, maybe.
That's true, yeah.
Well, I mean, I heard I feel maybe I'm making this connection myself, but I feel like I heard this in an interview somewhere where it has a toned down substance feel. That's kind of what they were going for the body horror.
So like you're not going to get a big mud guy. You're going to get like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
Maybe, but
With
apparently,
stuff
like
like
the
this,
actual the transformation is supposed to be horrific. Like they really are hammering the horror side of this.
So
Yeah,
do
no,
like,
that Japanese body horror style where it's like
Yeah.
inside of you and moving
Yes.
out. Like, hopefully, we get a good mix of like practical effects and CGI. I'll watch it for sure, but it won't age well if it's just CGI all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
You imagine being the clay guy who's just smacking the actors. Like, oh, we got practical effects.
The
hold
Handfuls
still.
of clay.
this,
Keep your hands to
this
yourself,
Mr.
Mr.
Egg Boy, who's on set pretty much all of these days. He's saying they're doing a wonderful job trying to block the main actor from being seen, but he was able to catch.
Wow.
You know, this whole
All right.
There's a closer one, but I don't necessarily want to show it on here because it might get flagged.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh,
Yeah. I'll show you guys, at a later time. But I mean, things are shaping up. The one of the main actors from Ray Donovan is now in this. I forget his name. His name is he's in everything. He's fantastic. Eddie Marsan, for those of you that know him.
I'll tell you, it's how you build up an underdog. You get this movie comes out around the same time as Spider-Man and Doomsday and does well. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to say a lot about your studio if you're able to compete with a I would argue a C, maybe D list villain for Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting, glitz and glamour on this. This is like going to be a very signature film. It's going to be very advertised as dark horror, but comic book. And there's a crowd for that. And that they'll still go see that in the midst of seeing everything else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm going to be there. No
I
question.
think we're all excited for it.
Oh, it's Clayface,
cool.
yeah.
And I don't know.
Hold on. 2 years ago, if you said there's a Clayface coming out, do you think it would come out of your mouth features? It's Clayface. We have to go. No way.
No
way.
Well, but it would depend. It would depend. Like, for
2 years ago,
example,
Batman was out. So
right. If you're saying it's coming out from the Batman, all right, you got me. But if you're saying this is DCEU Clayface, I'd be like, we would have an argument. We 100%. We're like, well, it's going to be a darker tone. So because of that, it might actually work. Yeah. So, but no, we wouldn't be excited.
Yeah, no.
To answer your question, no, we wouldn't be excited.
It'd be two debates. You'd be like, we'll see it, but,
I'm excited because it's a Flanagan script. I mean, I like his material. And, if it was anybody else, I'd still see it. But now I'm like actually really interested,
I'm stoked.
I'm
stoked. And I don't know if it's because I'm stoked for the DCU or if I'm stoked for Clayface.
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, and I think I've said this before many moons ago, that the villains, yes, I said many moons. Villains have a much more captivating backstory than a lot of heroes. Then, and I think it's easier to. Well, I think it's easier to kind of like write them in a movie script where you can captivate the audience and keep them interested. And also, again, they have a much more appealing backstory and character because you get to see who they are and how they become what they become, and what happens afterwards. Whether they're going to be like their livelihood being turning into a villain. Excuse me, sorry.
How they got to be a villain.
Yes,
the downfall of their character is what you're saying.
Yes,
I get you. You're not wrong. It's why sequels for comic book movies usually tend to do so well because they can spend more time building up the villain. They don't have to spend as much. They just got to go, here's hero conflict. Most of the movie is going to be about how the villain gets, it'll be like Aunt May's losing her house, but here's everything about Doc Ock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Spider-Man is all like, this is mostly Toby, and then Green Goblin, they do a great job of weaving them together, but it's obviously not as much about Gobby.
Yeah,
in the first one. Come on, man, it's Gobby.
I remember hearing one of the big Stan Lee guys, producers like Avi Arad or whatever, in the beginning back in the Iron Man days. They were like, if you want to do this right, you have to do each character's movie separate. So then you have everything like built, and then you can put them together. So like just dumping a movie out with Batman and like 5 villains in it, like they did in the '90s, doesn't really work. So,
Wait, what?
Wait. What if? Hold on.
Here we go.
What if? What if you give us the Batman, which is a grounded version of Batman, and then you just start giving us more subtly ridiculous things, like a Clayface, right? First was Penguin, then we move into Clayface, then we move into maybe Mr. Freeze. Then we move into just a little bit wilder, and we turn, because of Batman now being around, it turns Gotham into the fantastical one that we know, where Batman evolves with Gotham, opposed to Gotham being the thing that changes Batman. Ooh.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if
an evolutionary thing to build?
I would love it. I don't know if everyone else would love it, but I would.
Hold more weight for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it happened that way.
It was like slowly turning into, and you know what? Actually, the more I think about it, they kind of did that with Keaton. They kind of because the first 2 are not as ridiculous as we get to 3 and 4 when we get what's it?
Second,
third,
Batman
Val-
Forever,
Forever.
Batman
Yes,
Robin.
Who the
Val
hell is
Kilmer and-
Val Kilmer.
yeah.
The kills.
Yeah, nipples
Rest
on the
in peace.
costume.
The nipples on the costume, right? Tied it all together.
Yeah,
Tying things together with bat nipples.
I was trying to
That's a
find something
franchise.
that
It's a
looks.
franchise to remember.
I was trying
This is
to
how I
find
fill
something that
time,
looked-
people. Let's go on to the next topic.
I've been trying to cut this for the last 5 minutes.
Clayface horror.
As soon as you said villains get their own movies, I'm like, Doomsday. Let's dive into it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would have been a much better segue.
Yeah, that was like 5 minutes ago.
My bad.
Sorry.
I'll see you guys.
There's no professionalism on this show.
Done. The long and short of D23 was I think it was Saturday morning. There was a brief hour-long presentation about what's coming to this or coming from the studio, and there was a portion of it that was dedicated to Marvel and Doomsday, and the big thing that came out of it, there was like a minute-long video, kind of a montage showing. I didn't actually see it. There was a clip.
Well, I don't think anybody saw it. I think it's
Well, there was a
there's
clip out
description.
there.
Was it really?
There was a clip out there that was audio only.
Oh.
So you couldn't really it was terrible audio. You couldn't really make out
Well,
what was being said.
Weren't they talking over it the whole time?
I'm not even
From
sure.
what I hear, and then this is features, tell me if I'm wrong, but wasn't they played the footage, but you had Paul Rudd
Yeah.
and not the Russos. Was it the
Well,
Russos?
it starts with the
Yeah.
Russos, and Paul Rudd kind of interjects and goes, "Yeah, we're putting this together. We couldn't do it without you. We're so blessed to be able to do this for the fans." And they're here like,
I like
yeah,
Kevin's in their ear like, save them.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, it's going to be a great time.
They're not letting us show anything, so go out there and act like you're going to show something, but don't really show it.
Right. And then Paul Rudd.
All right.
And then
what
Paul
he
Rudd
does.
them, and then
Paul
Rudd
Rudd them. And that works most of the time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You could let Paul Rudd go for 20 minutes. People would be excited about it.
no one's gonna
No,
be
they
mad at Paul Rudd.
What's that?
No, they wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't. That's true. 20 minutes is too long.
Yeah, but
10 minutes. He could do 10 minutes. Good
earlier
10 minutes.
today, Menti said you wanted to talk about this graphic that came out. It was
We talked about it on the show, but we could talk about it again.
talked
It's
about what?
it's fake.
you talked about the Marvel poster on the Toxie review.
Uh-huh.
Fun. Okay. All right, that's fair.
What did I say about professionalism?
Out the door.
cut and paste.
Cut and
Okay,
paste.
so
And here it is again.
but it's definitely confirmed that it's fake.
I don't think it's confirmed, but I think your eyes can confirm it.
I think it was really stupid of the Marvel copyright down in the corner. Like it looked like
Yeah,
it was
a little too
legitimately
obvious.
like
Let
not printed, but
me, see if I
graphic.
can, let me see if I can pull it back up.
Yeah, I mean it looks good, but
Yeah, the original looks way better than the poster did.
I pointed out, Mashkin, I pointed out how you couldn't see the halogen light behind the sheer poster in the sky. That light is so bright, it would like be
wash
illuminated
it.
behind it. But I think it's a bad layout. I think whoever designed it, like, you know, all the characters look placed naturally, and they usually are placed on the official posters, but they're done better, like the Drew Struzan style. And this one is easily like a fan thing because they're just cramming all the characters in for no reason, and they're all tight.
There they are.
You know, the
There you go.
composition is. It looks like they're at like their front row at a concert. You know what I mean? It doesn't really look like they're being held back by whatever Loki's doing.
Well, so this is the actual art, right? This is
Yeah.
the fan art. And here's the poster that everyone's saying is legitimate.
Hmm.
Again,
Yeah.
and look at the coloring around the edge, like what's it called? Buzz was talking about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can't see the light through the sheer banner, which you would. It looks like it's fabric, so you should be able to see the light behind it. But
And there's also just this other little copyright down here.
Yeah.
This
Right.
This Instagram account, which did a great job for the fan art that it is, but for it to be an actual copywritten Marvel poster at D23, you're out of your mind.
yeah. It's cool, but it looks like something you'd see at the beach. You know what I mean? Like,
It does.
Something I'm laying on, I'm catching a tan.
I mean, again, for just fan art, it's incredible.
it is incredible for fans.
But it's not. It's definitely not copywritten Marvel 2025. No way in the world that is.
Nice try there.
You think they just use that just to troll us, just to keep people talking?
I don't think so. No, I think it's I'm going to say it like I said on the last one. If you missed that, here you go. If it's just like Robert Downey Jr. fighting with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I have a follow-up to that.
Oh, thank God. Well, let me just finish the thing.
Go for
it was just a tweet. So apparently 2 actors were fighting on set, and it got heated because they didn't know each other well, and one made a joke, and the other one didn't take it well. And then Marvel was like, should we split them up? And then eventually they made up, and now it's over. But somebody tweeted that, it must have been Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds. So then everybody just ran with it as that was the story. And no, it wasn't. It was a tweet, and you're all ridiculous. So what's the update?
The update is, and this comes from YouTuber Doomcock.
That's another show.
I thought that was Peacemaker.
So I never heard of this guy, but he has a huge following, and the videos he dresses up as Doom and does the videos. It's pretty genius. But sources say that the altercation was actually between Wyatt Russell and David Harbour.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Yeah,
Interesting, because they did work together.
Yeah, that was the Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they knew each other by then. They did a press tour together.
Right.
Yeah,
I
apparently it
still
was
don't
just a shouting match.
Yeah.
Whatever. It happens.
Yeah, and I think it's
Yeah,
probably
it does.
not
A lot
that
of
big of
divas
a
in the
deal.
room, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of money at stake. So when everyone's like, well, Marvel had to get involved, Marvel probably got involved instantly. The moment there was raised voices, Marvel was like, oh, good Lord, get the PR people on the phone.
It's also every actor's opportunity to be a star in these films, and they want as much as they can get out of it. And so there's bound to be tension about, like, you know, where their place is and the scene and, like, getting the good shot. And, you know, it's easy to edge some of these characters out if they're not making waves in the news, you know.
Well, and if you're playing Red Guardian and U.S. Agent, you're pretty quickly on the chopping block.
Right.
Like, if there's ever going to be cannon fodder in a movie like Doomsday,
Right.
and where we know characters are probably not going to make it to the end, I'm
Right.
going to guess the Thunderbolts are pretty high up on that chopping
Right.
block.
Yeah.
Sentry's the only one making that one.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
even then, you're right. They could do something where they like null him, where they have Doom just rip him apart instantly, just to go, this is how powerful Doom is.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
I hope they don't, because we just got Sentry, but it's they've done it to the Hulk for so long. They need a new he's powerful punching bag.
Right. Yeah, let's get somebody else we can nerf.
Yeah.
We won't question it.
And his name's Bob. You leave Bob alone.
Bob.
You leave Bob alone. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think I have no feelings on that story whatsoever, and
It happens.
I'm more amazed how far the fake story got.
Yeah.
Like how many accounts were talking about that when you just go back to the origins of the rumor, and it's just somebody going, "What if?" And we all went, "Well, that's it. That's it. Proof. We have it."
To keep the talking heads talking.
And we've been talking for a while.
That's right. What do you say we bring this one home, Features?
All right. Well, seeing as how you guys made it this far in the video, listen, follow us, click subscribe, like it, comment. You can find us on all social medias. That Comic Podcast. You can find us on Twitter, formerly X is That Comic Pod. And I am Features.
I'm Oshko, and one more thing. The video is available on Spotify, if that's your platform of choice. Head on over to YouTube, though. That's where we want to see you.
Yeah.
And I'm Buzz.
I'm Menti. This was great.
And that is that.
Excelsior.
And that's that. That's that.